was it like on the morning of the world? It was quiet. It was quiet, you better. It's time to make some noise. That was too noisy. I can't do that.
Yes, you can. Keep it.
No. Oh. Hi, this is Sandra again. I've got a story for you this morning, but what I'd love is for you to join in with my story. So when I say it was clean, make a happy ah sound. When it was quiet, say shh. Make some noise. You can make any animal sound, or a bird or buzzing insect. And the first man, Adam, yawn. Oh. Okay. Here is my story. What was it like on the morning of the world? It was clean. Clean as a baby, fresh from the bath. Clean as a tyres on a brand new bicycle. Clean as a spring sunrise. Clean as a mountain snowfall. What was it like on the morning of the world? It was clean. What was it like on the morning of the world? It was quiet. Every now and then a breeze would catch hold of a leaf and send it crashing against its neighbour, or a stream would bubble and bounce against its banks. But otherwise it was quiet. Quiet as a sleeping baby, quiet as a coasting bicycle, quiet as a rising sun, quiet as a falling snow. What was it like on the morning of the world? It was quiet. Maybe too quiet. What was it like on the morning of the world? It was time to make some noise. So God spoke. That was the first noise. And a zoo of noises followed. Singing birds, splashing fish, buzzing insects, roaring beasts. And then a yawn from the first man, Adam. I've got something noisy for you to do, God said to Adam. And he gave him a job. The best kind of job there is. A job that is more like a game. And the game was called Name the Animals. What was it like on the morning of the world? It was time to make some noise. Adam looked. Adam listened. Where to start? And then an animal dropped a nut on his head. The animal was grey, had small pointed ears. Its bristly tail was as long as its body, and it sat on a branch and chattered at Adam as if it was scolding him. What did Adam name it? Nobody knows. But when the people who lived in Greece first saw it and noticed that its tail was as long as its body, they called it a squirrel, which means shadow tail. Again, Adam looked. Adam listened. Then Adam spotted another animal shuffling towards him through the undergrowth. This animal was half the size of Adam. It was covered with bright orange fur. It walked on its feet like Adam did, and on its knuckles like Adam didn't. But the most remarkable thing about this animal was its face. A face that looked a bit like Adam's face, in fact. What did Adam name it? Nobody knows. But when the people who lived in Malaysia first saw this animal walking through the forest with its sad man face, they called it orangutan, which means man of the woods. Once more, Adam looked. Once more, Adam listened, and he heard a munching and crunching sound. Adam turned around, and behind him there stood a creature twice his height, chewing the bark off a tree. It was shaggy and brown. It had 4 long knobbly legs, and sticking out of its head were 2 branches like a pair of open hands. What did Adam name it? Nobody knows. But when the people who lived in North Africa first saw this huge shaggy animal, they called it a moose, which means he strips off the bark. So Adam named the animals. Nobody knows what he called them. Nobody knows how long he took. But when he was finished, Adam looked at the world. It was no longer clean. Birds' nests filled the trees. Rabbit holes dotted the ground. Fish littered the streams. And there was hardly a leaf anywhere that hadn't been chewed or chomped or nibbled on. Then Adam listened to the world. It was no longer quiet. The air was full of cawing and squawking and singing. The ground was crawling with snorting and grunting and squeaking. The streams were rushing with jumping and splashing and diving. And the jungle rustled and snapped and shook. What was it like on the morning of the world? The world was no longer quiet. The world was no longer clean. It was noisy. And it was messy. So God gave Adam a name for it, and the name God gave it was Good. Thank you for listening to my story, and I hope you enjoyed my special guest. And we'll see you again soon. Bye.